It says, the name of the second called him Ephraim, for God hath caused me to be fruitful in the land of my affliction. He says, in the very place where I was in despair, in the very place where I was hurt, and I was a slave, and I was imprisoned unrighteously, God has lifted me up, and God is doing great things for me. We look at chapter 45, verse 3 through 8. Chapter 45. It says, And Joseph said unto his brethren, I am Joseph, doth my father yet live? And his brethren could not answer him, for they were troubled at his presence. And Joseph said unto his brethren, Come near to me, I pray you. And they came near, and he said, I am Joseph your brother, whom ye sold into Egypt. Now therefore be not grieved nor angry with yourselves, that ye sold me hither. For God did send me before you to preserve life. For these 2 years hath the famine been in the land, and yet there are 5 years in the which there shall neither be earing nor harvest. And God sent me before you to preserve you posterity in the earth, and to save your lives by a great deliverance. So now it was not you who sent me hither, but God. And he hath made me a father of Pharaoh, and Lord of all his house, and a ruler throughout all the land of Egypt. And another verse written down, but chapter 50, verse 15. Chapter 50, verse 15. It says, And when Joseph's brethren saw that their father was dead, they said, Joseph will peradventure hate us, and certainly requite us all the evil which we did unto him. And they sent a messenger unto Joseph, saying, Thy father did command before he died, saying, So shall ye say unto Joseph, Forgive, I pray thee now, the trespass of thy brethren, and their sin, for they did unto thee evil. And now we pray thee, forgive the trespass of the servants of God, thy father. And Joseph wept when they spake unto him. And his brethren also went and fell down before his face. And they said, Behold, we be thy servants. And Joseph said unto them, Fear not, for am I in the place of God? But as for you, ye thought evil against me, but God meant it unto good, to bring to pass, as it is this day, to save much people alive. God had a purpose and a plan for everything Joseph went through. And he used the bad, he used all the struggle, he used all of that to bring God glory and Joseph good. And then I see in chapter 46, verse 29. Chapter 46, verse 29. It says, And Joseph made ready his chariot, and went up to meet Israel his father to Goshen, and presented himself unto him. And he fell on his neck, and wept on his neck a good while. It says, And Israel said unto Joseph, Now let me die, since I have seen thy face, because thou art yet alive. And Joseph said unto his brethren, and unto his father's house, I will go up, and show Pharaoh, and say unto him, My brethren of my father's house, which are in the land of Canaan, are come unto me. We see here that Joseph is reunited with his family. So we see that what he lost, what he had to go years without, God restores to him because he was faithful. And if we'll just trust God, he will give us so much, he will give us more than we could ever dream. And in chapter 50, verse 24 through 26, it says, And Joseph said unto his brethren, I die, and God will surely visit you, and bring you out of this land, the land which he swore to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. And Joseph took an oath of the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you, and ye shall carry up my bones from hence. So Joseph died, being 110 years old, and they involved him, and he was put in the coffin in Egypt. See here that Joseph never forgot that Egypt was not his home. And while he was in Egypt, I don't believe he was working so hard and being faithful for the good of the Egyptians. He was being faithful and he was working hard for the glory of God and to preserve the life of God's chosen people. We need to make sure we don't forget that this is not our home. Our home is in heaven. And if we trust God, if we stay faithful, and we serve God no matter what, we will be rewarded in heaven. It says that we must believe that God is, and that He is the rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. Hebrews 11. We have to trust that God is going to reward us if we stay faithful. We have to trust that He wants what's best for us, and He wants to bring Himself glory, and He wants to do what is for our good. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank You for this night.